So I know I owed you an extra hour, that's why we kept going. But we're gonna go ahead and try to get in the part about the closure.
Okay.
And tomorrow your unit is going out. I got a little bit delayed with the holiday stuff.
Understood. Yes, I'm trying to get out as much as I can from you, so
Yes.
I feel more prepared.
I feel you. And I'm glad, that's great.
I'm just stitching down the last little part of the front of that little flap.
So I don't know, have you got as far as these, you're closing these elastics down right now, right?
I was still stitching the top part, the little lace flap,
Yeah.
and then getting to those next.
Okay, good. People always wonder, what do you do with these? Do I cut them off? The best thing to do with them is to sew them down to keep this nice and down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, stitching down the flaps down.
All right.
And then you usually will cut off just the excess that you have behind.
Yes, so once you sew it down to the end of the hard plastic part, the excess of this, you're gonna cut off. Now, if you wanna save it for when you reuse your weave buddy, it is long enough to sew it on to where it was sewn before. It is long enough to be sewn there again. So save these little guys. Unless you have a big roll of elastic, then you don't need to save it. I cut it off to show you, but you shouldn't cut it until you sew both down, sew both sides down. Then you can cut it off. So that just kind of keeps it going inward, as you know, that extra support.
Now, should you still be able to kind of slip your finger underneath
No,
at this point?
no. If
Okay,
you're still
I wanna
slipping
make
your
sure.
finger, then go ahead and do the extra slits on both sides.
Yeah, that is all attached. One side, I'm not able to put my finger underneath.
Okay, so it's on the other side.
On this side, I'm not able to.
Okay,
So there's a stitch there, but on this side, it's still
okay, so go ahead and the slit,
just stitched back down.
you can, or you can create another slit on the very top. You see that? Okay, no. You're gonna go
Where?
that one, where your index finger is. Go down a little bit. Go down a little bit. Because there. Create a slit
Okay, and
there.
take that off.
Create that slit there. That should be able to close it up a little better.
Okay.
Or if you don't wanna do that, just know that you can do it there. If you wanna save your
Yeah,
unit.
because it's not that it's loose. I just didn't know, like I said, because one side I was able to attach. Maybe I was able to attach to the braid a little bit more on one side than the
Okay.
other. I think that's what's the difference.
But you can always customize. Once it's a unit that's a client's, you know, you can always customize there and make it tighter.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you.
I got lucky. I didn't have to customize at all for this one. And she's a size small, 21, and I used a size small edge and crown. It fit like to the T without any customizing. That was nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and get.
Yeah, this one is a medium.
Yeah, and you have a medium doll head, right?
I'm not certain it didn't have a size on it.
If you did the link I gave you, I think it was a
It was
22.
the one on your link, yeah.
Yeah, it's a 22. Let me get that. So just to confirm, we did not work with the closures yet, right? Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and take the closure and bring it in. I'm off center, but it's still the same size as yours. Go ahead and place your protective paddles just on the edges of it. When you stretch it, how far does it go? Using your squares as a measuring device, when you stretch this closure, how far does it go on both sides when you stretch it? Stretch it as far as possible, just the front edges of it.
Yeah.
How far does it go for
Mine
you?
matches exactly, actually. It's like maybe one square outside.
Okay, so what you're gonna do now that you know that, you're going to go ahead and sew down bring it forward 1/3 of an inch, and then you're gonna go ahead and sew it down to this corner, because if you bring it down, that's about where it would go, right? So go ahead and take your needle and thread first and find a good spot for your needle and thread here. Then work that to the front. And then go ahead and attach the corner of it to the folded, it's just right there. Are are you too far away, or can you see? Am I too far away?
A little bit too far away.
Okay.
I've watched the videos though, so I know it's pretty close. What you did on the video.
I'm gonna bring this up higher. Now, can you
Yes, I
see?
can see now.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna stitch it onto this corner. Now, when I measured this will hit here. But first I just wanna grab these guys, you know? I just wanna grab the corner here. Just pinching the closure, pinching it. So not too much of that closure, just a little bit to keep it down.
And just from my knowledge, you
Yes.
said you brought the closure about a third forward in front of the weed buddy, right?
Yes, ma'am, correct.
Okay.
All right.
Make sure I heard that right.
So now that I grabbed a few little strands, you can't even see where I grabbed it because I just pinched it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and sew this down to this line, making sure that it's 1/3 inch out. Okay, go ahead and sew this down. And it does get sewn all the way to the corner, but you do leave out that 1/3 inch. See, I'm leaving out that 1/3 inch, but I am sewing it to the corner. Some people, for some reason, don't get it on the corner, and it's like, no, you have to sew it all the way to the corner, but leaving out, I guess it seems confusing, but just leaving out the 1/3, but still making sure it's attached to the very tip of the front of the weed buddy.
Okay.
So do you see that? There's 1/3 inch out, but I am attached to the very front.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach it across. Just all the way across the weed buddy. Do, 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 do. Not around, just across. Till you reach the end, till you reach the end of it, of the weed buddy, the width part.